Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Last test. Last run. Okay, this is the buffs. Paired out. This is my gear, artifacts, crystals, reforged stones. Anything else I'm missing? Add-ons over here. And yeah. Let's see if we can get below 13 minutes. So time is started. For the combo here on Awak Witch, it's actually super simple. You just want to make sure that you're using Voltaic and Lightning Blast whenever they're off cooldown. That's a priority. Everything else just follows from that. That's really it. So S R&B and then shift R&B. Sorry, shift F. Use those on whenever they're off cooldown and you're golden. Oh, that was an unlucky pull. And here for this pull here, I'll finish on speed spell. Speed spell doesn't give you attack speed anymore, but it gives you 20% movement speed still. So I found that it actually does help quite a bit for clearing this place since you have to run so much. So I use it on 2 pulls, or at the end of 2 pulls. And that was one of them. The other one is actually just on the reset of the round. And if I'm going to make a change on my add-ons, it would be to add another movement buff, or maybe change my my lightning barrage to another one to get movement speed on that. Since I try to finish on it, but sometimes it's not optimal to use it at the end. And here we use speed spell again for this this pull here to close the distance faster. But movement speed is very good, and make sure you have it up, right? Another little trick for repositioning is probably my favorite one to use it for is the SE, the Elementalization TP. I try to use that whenever I can to reposition for back attacks. It's super fast and the distance is just, in my opinion, perfect. And I've also found that some of the abilities seems to come out like slightly faster if I use Elementalization rather than just a dash. But that might just be placebo. But I do feel like it skips a little bit of the start animation whenever I do that. I guess the last thing I should cover real quick is E-buff and C-buff. I've tried a bit with different variations of it, but I found just use them whenever they're ready. Even if they overlap. The attack speed, which was the big reason why you didn't want to overlap them in the past, it doesn't matter anymore since you get the attack speed permanently from Voltaic. So I don't really have to worry about that at all. And then it's just like the AP, right, and that stacks. So yeah, there's no real reason not to use E-buff and C-buff whenever they're ready, either. There are other classes where you definitely don't want to do it, like Awakening Warrior. It's a big deal if you make sure to spread out the attack speed, since that does not stack between Warrior E-buff and the C-buff. Deadeye, for example, with the crit rate on those two, you definitely don't want to be stacking those. You want to spread them out as much as possible, because they both cap out her crit rate. So that's a huge deal on a class like Deadeye. But for Witch, I found it to be whatever. Yeah, might as well just stack them and kill packs that much faster and get them up more times in an hour. But that's very, very class dependent. Okay, I'm just gonna lock in here for the rest of the run. Okay, well, this is the last run I guess we're gonna do today. Could have been me, damn it. Could have been me. Alright, 6 minutes and 5 seconds right now. It's a bit slow. This is one of the pulls I don't like because they stack up against the wall sometimes, but like that's one of the things I do love about grinds like this, and why I really dislike pillar grinds like Pillar Coup. So not Pillar Coup, daycare spots, right? It's like there is so much optimizing you can do with pulling. It's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. It's not just oh, get more gear, kill faster. You can make these small adjustments and it's gonna have a way bigger effect. Okay. A little trick as well for this here, which I'm going to be using on this run here, hopefully, if I remember to do it, is making sure you don't waste your BSR. Right, so you want to use pretty much your 100% always in PvE, but on these runs here, your BSR gets reset in between runs. So there's no reason to keep any of it, right? So let's say I'm doing my last rotation and I can see that I'm not going to be able to get another 100%. Well, I should just be using my 10%ers or 25 or 50, depending on what's the best for PvE for your class. So I'm gonna try and do that here in the final run. If we don't have enough for a 100%er, then I'll just like filter in some 10%ers for bonus damage. All right, so 10 minutes and 20 seconds. I think this should be the last rotation then. It actually looks like I will get my 100 up, so that's pretty good. Then I don't have to do it. Alright, perfect. Got 100 ready for the next pack here. It seems like it's going to be a pretty good song, not gonna lie. Okay, so ebuff ready. We got some 20%ers. We can pop those, right? I can't seem to drop my 20%. My 10%ers. Unlucky. Hey, there we go, and time! 12 minutes and 53, we did it! We did it! Sub 13 minutes, not even a big deal, still room to improve. Not even using my BSR, that's another thing I could improve, right? Use BSR instead of DR. But there you go, Witch completely balanced. Thank God PA nerfed Warrior.